Hello, my name is Jonathan Pride, and I'm excited to introduce my staff, NPower, and the wonderful opportunities available to veterans, transition and service members, veteran spouses, and eventually young adults from socially disadvantaged households. NPower is a national nonprofit on a mission to create pathways into the information technology industry for trainees who wouldn't ordinarily have the opportunity. Since 2012, NPower has trained, certified, and placed over 3,000 men and women into the IT field. We offer 3 programs including Tech Fundamentals, Cybersecurity, and Cloud Computing. With the help of our sponsors, we offer this training to no cost to our trainees, with the only commitment being availability, 4 hours per day. Upon the completion of the technical instruction, our team of career placement professionals work to secure a paid internship or an apprenticeship for the student in a reputable company with the hope that the temporary solution leads to full-time direct placement. Our goal is to train every student on the fundamentals of IT and prepare them to embark on a rewarding journey through the fastest growing occupational industry in the United States. Throughout the program today, you will learn how you can get involved by either applying for the program, referring one of your clients, helping to support the program financially, or providing the ever-important resources to partner with NPower. My ultimate goal is to raise awareness on the value NPower can provide to changing the narrative for so many people living below the poverty line who are also lacking the opportunity at a greater, more fulfilling life serving an organization. As I introduce Mrs. Marissa McKenzie, I encourage everyone to use the chat feature to ask questions to our staff or wait until the end of the program for the live Q&A. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the programming.
Hi, my name is Marissa McKenzie. I am the Program Director for NPower Texas. The role as Program Director is very rewarding. I have the privilege to lead a team of amazing people who are very talented and passionate about the NPower mission. My main objective is to ensure that we as a team provide the best service possible to our military service members, veterans, and veteran spouses. If we do that successfully, we have the opportunity to change many lives in the process. NPower Texas began in 2013. We have served 1,000+ veterans and veteran spouses throughout the years. NPower Texas' core program is Tech Fundamentals. We manage to hold a spring and a fall cohort per year, which allows us to serve 100 to 120 veterans and spouses each year. NPower Texas has a goal of 80% of our trainees enrolled to become certified and placed by the end of the 23-week program. Ensuring that we meet those goals will allow us to create pathways to economic prosperity and launch those digital careers for our military veterans and spouses who need us the most. Thank you for joining us today, and at this time, we would like to share some student stories with you.
Hi, my name is Kusum Sharma. I'm a military spouse. My husband is currently serving in the Army Reserves. I'm a mom of 2 boys, 3 and 6 years old. After I had my second son, I decided to leave my corporate job to look after my kids. During the pandemic, I wanted to work from home to support my family while still being able to look after my kids, and IT seemed like the best option at that time. I have always wanted to work in computer and technology, but I did not know where to begin. Then I heard about NPower from a friend of mine who is also a recent NPower graduate. Through NPower, she has been very successful at her new career. So I decided to join NPower Texas Tech Fundamentals program. It was not easy, but I was determined. I want to thank my husband for his continuous support. I also want to thank my instructors for answering all of my questions and the guidelines they provided me. Because of their guidance, I was able to complete the program. With NPower's professional development classes, I was able to build my confidence and earned an internship at Citi in the software management team. My salary increased by 35% from my previous job. NPower supports veterans, military spouses, and young adults. They also partner with many nonprofit organizations like Attitudes and Attire, who support women empowerment. I had the opportunity to participate in Attitudes and Attire during my time at NPower. I want to thank NPower for providing me the platform and tools that I needed to succeed. Because of them, I'm working at one of my dream companies. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity.
Hi, I'm Brittney Waits, the Social Support Manager for NPower Texas. As the SSM, I wear many hats, and my goal is to provide a safe and judgment-free space which supports our trainees from beginning to end. From the initial assessment, I work on building a rapport that allows me to address any barriers that would prevent the success of our trainees and follow up with necessary referrals through community partners. During the intake process, I assist in interviewing prospective trainees for future cohorts through a confidential assessment that includes subjects such as personal background, medical and mental health history, coping and time management skills, and accessibility and needs. Although I can't share confidential information with our program, placement, or instructional team members, they act as key supports through collaboration and communication on suggested accommodations to best support our trainees. Some of these accommodations might be transit assistance, equipment, childcare, or any other resource a student might need to help them successfully go through the program. I also seek out support from community-based organizations that support veteran families for different needs, such as emergency financial assistance, housing insecurities, volunteer opportunities, and mental health. This list can go on because everyone's needs are unique. So as you see, your support means a lot to us and the success of our trainees.
Hi, I'm Nelson Abbott, Director of NPower's Advanced Training Programs. We offer continuing education opportunities to NPower alumni and veterans who want to take their career to the next level. With over 300,000 open roles, cybersecurity is one of the most in-demand specialties within the IT field. Additionally, with an estimated 83% of enterprises using cloud platforms, cloud computing is one of the fastest growing sectors. The life-changing cybersecurity course will help you develop the mindset of an ethical hacker. Our 18-week program will give you the tools you need to troubleshoot and secure networking systems and software. Our cloud program prepares you with in-demand cloud computing skills to move beyond basic tech support. In as little as 12 weeks, learn the fundamentals of cloud architecture and how to implement cloud strategy across a variety of industries. I'm pleased to announce that our advanced programs are now open to non-alumni veterans who have an IT background and meet our basic eligibility requirements. Our next cohort begins July 26th for cloud and August 9th for cyber, so please apply on our websites as soon as possible. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our team. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing your application.
Hello, everyone. It brings me a great deal of honor to highlight two veteran serving organizations here in North Texas. Please welcome to our program, Karina Mitchell, the Boots to Heels Program Director with Attitudes and Attire, and William Daniels with Kappa Lambda Chi.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you both for joining the program and for your support to NPower. My first question today is going to be for Karina Mitchell. What is the mission of Attitudes and Attire?
Our mission at Attitudes and Attire is we help women who are seeking self-sufficiency. We provide that, and we do that by offering classes we build women from the inside out. So what we do is we provide workshops that helps women, we build their boundaries. We help set goals, self-compassion, and self-esteem. We focus on that thing because a lot of times with veterans, what we find is that we forgot that or we were never taught that as children. So we focus on that, but the most important thing that we focus on is employment and resources.
Great. And how long is your workshop?
So we offer there are 2 days, and due to pandemic, they're online now. So we either have a Tuesday or Thursday workshop for 2.5 hours and then an hour and a half every Wednesday.
And how can the audience find out more information about your agency?
They can find us at attitudesandattire.org.
Great. And I'm going to give you that same question, William. What is the mission of KLC?
The mission of Kappa Lambda Chi is, it comes down to threefold. It's community, it's veterans, and it's the youth. Basically what we do is we give a hand up to our veterans that are separating or have separated, trying to transition back into the civilian world by providing that camaraderie that they have been so used to and accustomed to for so many years. Even though, you know, we are different branches and we rag on each other because of that, but all in all, the roots of it is that we're all veterans and we take care of our own. From the community standpoint, we go out and we link up with the different organizations, church-wise. Here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have focused on the Children's Hospital as one of our community outreaches. And then the youth, we try to connect with the high schools and middle schools and try to help promote and guide the youth to be the best person that they can be in their life.
Absolutely. That sounds really amazing. If someone wanted to find out more information about your organization, how could they find out that information?
There's for our national connection, there's www.militaryfraternity.com. And then for here in the local Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's KLC Dallas alphazetachapter.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karina, the next question is going to be for you. What are some of the common hardships veterans and veteran spouses face when they first enter into your office?
Oh, that's what we see a lot of the times when we encounter the veterans and their spouses is, and pardon me, I am a veteran as well. I think that's important to know. But so I've been through some of the same things as well. But what they encounter are mental health, financial strain, homelessness, and their identity. It's something that I went through as well, and I found through the organizations and the veteran services organizations as NPower, I was able to figure out what it was that I wanted to do and needed to do in life.
Absolutely, I totally agree, and I'm glad that you actually brought up mental health. One of the things, or one of the organizations that we actually refer to with NPower is the Stephen A. Cohen Military Family Clinic, and they provide free and low-cost military counseling to military families. So thank you for bringing that up, Karina. The next question is going to be for William. Okay. How has a membership in KLC helped with your members' transition into the private sector and corporate America?
That's a big question. I think that because the transition, again, is such a hard transition, people don't really understand how much of a hard transition that is, going from military to civilian life. Being in an organization like Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity Incorporated, it helps to, as I spoke earlier, the camaraderie, but it also gives networks. It gives us a means of networking through any type of industry that you want to get into. So you might be a pipe fitter in the military, but that's not necessarily something that you want to do once you've separated or retired. So organizations like, or the relationship like NPower and Kappa Lambda Chi, you know, that is a bridge of trying to redirect that drive to do something in the community as a civilian now.
And I'm glad you actually brought that up, because that brings us to our next question. Could you both offer some insight into how your partnership with NPower has helped transform your organization's drive in your own internal recruitment strategy?
I'll take that one. It's for us, it's, again, our partnership is fairly new. So we are in the process of kind of getting the ball rolling on how NPower and Kappa Lambda Chi can work together for the best good in the whole scheme of things. But I would say directing the veterans to NPower so that they know that there are resources out there for them to get into, to try to get a new job skill set that, again, it's not really going anywhere. That industry is not going anywhere. It's going to go up, if anywhere. So to be able to direct the veterans to NPower is a godsend, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you. Karina, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, so I feel that our relationship, Boost the Hills with NPower, we're very transparent with each other, and our missions, they coincide. We're helping women seek self-sufficiency, finding their identity, and what I found is that when NPower comes and speaks to our female veterans and their spouses, is that they connect with it. So our clients, they're able to find their identity through what NPower offers and try something amazing, and it's free for them as well.
Thank you. Thank you for also mentioning that it's free. Our program is free.
Yes.
And we do love working with Attitudes and Attire. We provide the information for Attitudes and Attire to all of our cohorts. And we advise them to go over, because Attitudes and Attire helps build women from the inside out and also prepare them for the workforce by providing that free professional attire. Well, that's all the time that we have for now, and I want to thank you both for your time today and your support. We couldn't do what we do without the support from your organization and other organizations like yours. Please hang around for now. We'll be back on stage for a live Q&A. To the audience, please allow me to introduce our next student story.
My name is Sarai DeLeon, and I'm honored to be here representing NPower, Attitudes and Attire, and Female Veterans North Texas. This is my story. Imagine being a young girl about to graduate high school, dreaming of leaving your poor and dysfunctional home for a better opportunity, a steady paycheck, health care, and money for college. Then imagine the same girl enlisting in the U.S. Air Force with a promising career. At just 20 years old, I deployed for the first time, and as strong and as fierce as the military trained me to be, I found myself trapped and completely powerless after I was sexually assaulted. I felt rejected, followed by social isolation, then self-destructive behavior, and eventually multiple suicide attempts. I found myself at the lowest points without a clear sight of how things would get better. It wasn't until I enrolled in NPower where I met Brittney Waits, the social support manager, who identified the mental health obstacles that I didn't know were affecting every aspect of my life since I left the military. Through NPower, I was introduced to Karina Mitchell, the Boots to Heels program director at Attitudes and Attire, which helps build women from the inside out. They provided me with the confidence and professional attire I needed to begin my IT journey. The NPower program helped create structure, purpose, and clarity into my life, as well as renewing the passion for service and self-improvement. It was then that I realized a life in information security was my calling. NPower trained me in tech fundamentals, cybersecurity, and cloud computing, and helped to place me in my current career field. I'm grateful to have worked with Brittney and the entire NPower staff, and I love serving as a mentor to NPower trainees and alumni who may have had a similar experience as me, but a different journey. NPower saved my life, and I know it can save others by extending our reach throughout the local community and throughout North Texas.
Hello again. I hope you have enjoyed hearing about all the wonderful things NPower has to offer, as well as some of our alumni and trainee stories. Please allow me to go over the next steps for recruitment into our Fall 2021 cohort, which begins August 16, 2021. Tech Fundamentals is our core program, which covers the basic IT fundamentals for a beginner IT professional. This 23-week-long program will allow each trainee to transform into an IT professional once they fully complete the 100% virtual 16-week classroom phase, where they will have the opportunity to earn the ITF Plus, A Plus, and a Google certificate. They will also have the opportunity to work alongside our career team and develop those soft skills needed for job placement. Professional development plays a key role in the success of our trainees that gears them up for the last 7 weeks of the program. The internship/job placement phase of the program allows the trainees to get those hands-on experience needed to enhance their career. In saying all that, please pass the word to your network, your family, your friends who are military service members, veterans, or spouses. You can visit and share our website at www.npower.org and apply at npower.org/nextlevel. Please contact our recruitment team, Darius Johnson and Clifton Bland at North Texas Admissions at npower.org for further questions. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to the new partnerships and current partners who continue to support. I will now turn it over to our Executive Director, Jonathan Pride.
As we close out this portion of our presentation, I'd like to officially launch the NPower Texas Next Level Call to Action. As you've heard throughout the program, we exist to help improve the lives of those we serve. We are grateful for the partnerships with local nonprofits, local organizations, and veteran service organizations throughout North Texas. If you have a prospect, a contact, or a referral who you feel would represent NPower, please visit our website or use the chat feature to speak to one of our recruiters. If you have a question, feel free to use the chat feature to ask, and the moderator will ask one of the panelists to answer the question. We are so excited you decided to spend this hour with NPower, and we are hopeful our renewed efforts will positively influence the lives of our students and their families throughout North Texas. Allow me to thank you for your time, your passion, and your support. We look forward to partnering with you.
In 2013, I completed my service and received my honorable discharge, but I wasn't sure my next career choice. Feeling unfulfilled in my career, I decided to take a chance and I applied at NPower. I have found a career I can continue to build on. Thanks to NPower, I have found lifelong friends. Thanks to NPower, I can provide a better life for my son. Thanks to NPower, the future is no longer uncertain.
Welcome back. My name is Jonathan Pride. I am the Executive Director for NPower Texas. I'll be joined on set here by all of our panelists. I'll start from my right to your left. It is William Daniels with Kappa Lambda Chi.
How you doing?
We have Karina Mitchell with Attitudes and Attire. We have Brittney Waits with NPower, our Social Support Manager. And Marissa McKenzie is my Program Director. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your support of NPower. We are excited to be here and share the NPower story. I ask just two things. One, take a moment to ask your questions in the chat feature of the Hopin link here. I am monitoring the chat from my computer in front of me. I also have some questions that were pre-sent in from some of our guests of the event here. So I'll start there, and I'll start with you, Marissa. Marissa, let's recap. What's the next step for anyone interested in pursuing an opportunity with NPower?
Sure. So if you guys are interested, if you're a veteran spouse, a member of the Reserve or National Guard, you can go to our website at www.npower.org or go to npower.org/nextlevel for the application. If you go to the website, there you can find all the information about NPower and what we have to offer, student stories, anything about our mission, our vision is there for you to read on. And if you are a partner of ours or looking to become one of our partners, you can refer anyone to that website as well as npower.org/nextlevel for the application. And once they get there, they can put the application in and it will get sent to our recruitment team.
Great. So what does it cost a trainee to go through the NPower program?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
It's completely free.
Free?
Yes.
I like free. So tell me about why it's free. Why is it free that our trainees can go through the NPower program?
So, I mean, that's a great question. Our program we're able to offer it at no cost to veterans and their spouses because of the generous donations that we get, grants that we receive to keep our program going and running. And, you know, it's just an amazing program that we're able to offer it at no cost. And so we thank all of our donors out there who constantly believe in our mission. And, you know, that just allows us to help out a lot more people, you know, in the future.
Great. That is an exciting program, Marissa. Thank you for sharing. Brittney, what are some of the resources available to trainees while they're going through the NPower program?
That's another great question. Some of the resources available. So what I do is I make sure that our veterans and our veteran spouses are connecting with the resources in the community. Those resources can be mental health resources, financial, if somebody's dealing with financial insecurities, food insecurities. I also recommend them to organizations such as the Wounded Warrior Project, where they can get help with other things like mental health benefits, and those could be educational and VA disability benefits. And we also have something in-house, which is our Student Success Fund. So if we can't find those resources on the outside, then we definitely still have resources on the inside available for our trainees.
Great, great. So there's a great question online that came in from somebody, and they're asking, Brittney, in the experience that you've been at NPower, where do some of the students work while they're at the program itself, while they're doing the online portion? Where are they, like what types of jobs can they have before they go through and graduate the NPower program?
I'm sorry. So is that once they graduate the program or like during the program?
So while they're in the program, since it's a part-time offering,
Okay.
what are some of the things you've seen in your experience where students can still work but still have an opportunity to go through the NPower program?
So the majority of the students or trainees that come through the program work part-time. They work at places like Amazon, or I have a lot of people that do Uber or Favor. And some people, have full-time jobs, and they can vary from all different industries.
Great. So, I wanted to say also that on our feed in the chat room now, we have some of our career placement employees at NPower, and they'll talk to you a little bit about what it is that a trainee and then an alumni of NPower can expect when they graduate and go into that corporate America role in an IT role. So I encourage everyone who's interested to ask some of our career placement managers what it is that they can do and how they can get an idea of what type of jobs are available post NPower's program. My next question is for you, Karina. Over the years, several of the Attitudes in Attire alumni have gone on to a very successful NPower career post-graduation. What does this partnership and relationship mean to you?
This partnership is very important to us. What it means is that we get to continue to help veterans and their families, and to see the success stories of what our clients, as well as your clients, go through by going through both of our programs has been amazing, and it makes me very happy to see our veterans and spouses get those type of services.
Great. So I know Sarai and Kusum, who we both highlighted during our program, are alumni of Attitudes in Attire, and they're both on to successful careers in their post-NPower role. Like, what type of relationship did you have with those two ladies as they went through that program?
Sarai is near and dear to my heart. She actually spoke at our luncheon, and she did an amazing job. The relationship we have was great. She has my personal cell phone number because we connect. Like, we're sisters in arms, and we connect, and we build amazing relationships. I follow her on LinkedIn, and I see all her success, and it just makes me so happy to see how far she's come and the amazing things that she's doing. It's why we do what we do. That's why we're transparent with NPower and Boots to Hills program.
Great, thank you. So to that same question, William, what does this type of partnership with NPower mean for your members? And why should members on our chat here consider joining forces with NPower and making a difference in the community?
Again, that's a great question. What it means to the members is that for men that's transitioning out of the military, trying to reacclimate into civilian life, that is a challenge in itself. Trying to find employment if it's not already established, trying to find a different skill set, going to interview after interview, saying that you're overqualified or underqualified. And I'm gonna speak. This is speaking from experience. So an organization like NPower gives you that opportunity to gain skill set so that you can go out and work and provide that necessary meaning of life, providing for your family, going and living life to the fullest. This relationship is it allows us to keep our mandate of helping our veterans, and that's the most important thing, is looking out for our veterans, giving them the most opportunity to better themselves and better their families.
Great, and that's such a good answer, because we all can speak firsthand. There is a lot of hurt in the community today, especially in this life post-COVID. The need for organizations like ours to partner and try to reach a wider audience for the betterment of the community is of extreme importance at this point. So we have some questions online about the application process. So I'm going to come back to you, Marissa. What is the process? So someone goes online, they love what they hear, they want to learn more about NPower, and they want to apply. What happens next?
So yes, once they go and visit the website and they want to apply, they go to the website, they'll go to the apply button and fill out the application. It will ask you a series of questions. Once you get past everything, it'll send you a longer application where you have to upload your documents, like your DD-214. If you're a veteran, if you're a spouse, you need to also upload your spouse's DD-214 and make sure that you have all that ready when you're filling out your application. Once your application has been submitted completely, it will come to our recruitment team, and a member of our recruitment team will reach out to you either via email or a phone call and let you know the next steps.
Great. So there's a comment on online here of somebody who's interested in NPower and they're interested in learning more, but they don't think they have the time requirement available to commit to an NPower program.
Okay.
Brittney, Marissa, can one of you take that question?
Sure, I'll go ahead and take that question. We have flexible hours, so we offer 2 different classes from 9 to 1 and from 2 to 6. So that provides you a little bit of flexibility. Of course, outside of that time, you need at least 20 hours a week to study and make sure that you're getting your assignments completed throughout the week. It is Monday through Friday. Thursdays, we provide professional development and social support days where you'll gain other useful things or tools to put in your tool belt to gain that employment that you're looking for. But again, we do offer that flexibility of Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 and 2 to 6.
Great. Marissa, you want to add anything to that?
No, she's completely right. So yeah, if you're feeling like you don't have too much time to put into this program, which is 23 weeks long, like Brittney was saying, 16 weeks in the class, 7-week internship, you do have those options, either a 9 to 1 or 2 to 6, whatever can work with your schedule. It is 100% virtual, so that might also help a lot of people who are working full-time. A lot of us are still working from home, so you can kind of make it work. If this is a passion you want to get into, don't let anything stop you. Try to see if you can make your schedule work around it, and we are very open to talking with you. If you have more questions, you can always email our recruitment team at North Texas Admissions, and they will reach out to you when your questions come through and be able to follow up with you. And also, it's on our website as well.
Great, that's some really good information. I think it's also important to note that NPower has an 80% graduation rate. So that means 80% of those who go through our NPower cohort for Tech Fundamentals graduates. And of that 80%, 85% are placed within 12 months in a corporation working in an IT career. I think it's also important to note that the average annual income of our trainees coming into NPower is $10,450. We all know a lot of that are people who are struggling, right? Life got the better of them and they're at an end or a transitional point in life. Well, because of NPower's partnerships and our corporate partnerships and organizations, the average annual salary coming out of NPower is $48,500. That represents a 367% salary increase. So what NPower is doing, in essence, it's creating a generational wealth opportunity for our students. Sarai, Kusum, who you've heard from today, along with so many others over the last 8 years have gone through NPower Texas and have had life-changing opportunities. Karina and Will, talk to me a little bit about what that type of information means to organizations like yours. When you know you can refer somebody to NPower and have a confidence that post NPower, they're gonna have a high-paying job that's gonna provide for their family and really help open doors that wouldn't ordinarily have been there for them.
It makes me excited. It makes me excited because IT is growing and booming in such an amazing way that to know that we offer this to our clients and that it's free it makes me happy. It makes me sleep better at night knowing that they get this free training, amazing IT training.
I would agree. Again, and this is even outside of just the organization, my organization, to be able to refer veterans to a program like NPower has is tremendous because again, it's not something it's unheard of, honestly. So it is a great thing that we can kind of escort them or share that information to them so that they can kind of take advantage of it. So because again, to the best of my knowledge, I've not ever heard of a program that offers a free program like that to the veterans as well as veteran spouses. Mm-hmm. So that's great.
Great. And it brings me as the executive director joy, knowing that in turn I can reciprocate that and pass the same prospects back to you, right? Part of what our program offers is professional development. So with professional development, we teach our trainees how to write a resume, how to convert a military MOS description into a transferable skill on a resume. And then we can pass them or we can refer them to organizations like yours and say, hey, look, if you need to know how to dress for that first interview, who can you talk to the mock interview? What about that lack of belonging, the fraternity, sorority feeling that you're missing from the military? We can refer them to Attitudes and Tire and to Kappa Lambda Chi. So this partnership really goes both ways, and I'm excited to really launch this new fall 2021 cohort and see all of the organizations across North Texas and see what type of life change we can bring to the community. So I have one more question before we go to our next segment here, and this is for each one of you, right? The question is this: if you knew then what you know now, what would you tell your younger self as they think about the idea of going through an NPower type program? It's a curveball question. This one's unplanned. So what do you think? I'll start with you, Marissa.
That's a good question. As a veteran who went through the program myself, I wish I would have found the program earlier. My career and where I'm at probably would have got started sooner, but I'm glad I found it when I did. It was a godsend, like William said earlier, but it's something like you don't hear about, but when it comes and the opportunity is at your door, you have a decision to make. Is this the right move for me? Like someone said in the chat, do I have time to do the program? If you want that life change, if you want a new career change, then NPower is really the place to start that move. And like I said, I would tell my younger self to jump on it instead of, I ignored so many emails from NPower coming through, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be able to do it right now, but I would definitely tell my younger self to open up that email and to give NPower a chance.
Great. Brittney?
Thank you. Great question, Jonathan. One of the biggest things that I've learned is to invest in yourself and believe in yourself. And go out on a limb and actually take a chance. Don't let fear consume you and stop you from doing the things that you want to do or accomplish the goals that you would like to accomplish. Like we've said throughout this entire program, our program is free. It starts from IT, tech fundamentals, and you can take that all the way through AWS cloud and cybersecurity. Invest in yourself. It's literally life-changing.
Thank you. Karina?
Thank you for that question. So my answer would be fear and making excuses. I think those are the two things that hold us back, that held me back when I was transitioning from military to civilian life. So I would stop with the excuses and the fear that I can't do it and just push through it. That's the only way that we get through the things that really mean something. We have all these great stories of what we accomplished, or we see people accomplish these amazing things. It's because they pushed through those fears and they lost the excuses. Yes.
Great answer.
Great.
William?
I got the easiest part of this question because it's basically a combination of everything what everyone said. The only difference is this is the first time I've ever heard of NPower. So for me, if I was to hear it now, transitioning out, hands down, I would get on top of it. Coming out of the military, I came out of an IT job or MOS. But it was more so on the communication side of the house. So going into the IT side of it was something I desired greatly when I was in. So it would have been a great opportunity to just kind of get in there and learn it and do it. And truth be told, I'm actually considering it now. Since I've heard about the program, I'm actually considering kind of going through the program. I just need to reevaluate, take away the excuses, reevaluate my schedule to make sure that I can do it. And try to pass that information on to the next veteran or veteran family that I know.
And almost on cue, what a great segue to the close of the live Q&A portion of our program. Before I do, I want to thank each one of you for the time today. I want to thank everyone online for supporting NPower and supporting everything that we're trying to do in the community. I do want to summarize why we're here. We're here to create pathways to prosperity for veterans, veteran spouses, and eventually our young adult contingent here in North Texas. We also have a goal to think bigger because with any type of responsibility, there's a lot required from it. So we know there's opportunities in Houston. We know there's opportunities in Austin and San Antonio. We know there's opportunities in West Texas. And so as our visions in this NPower Texas next level phase of our history begins, I implore every one of you online and everyone here who could touch NPower either directly or indirectly to get involved and help us change the narrative for so many people who are living below the poverty line without an opportunity to transition into that opportunity, into those generational wealth opportunities. Thank you. I will keep the chat room open for the next 10 minutes. And if you have any questions, please continue to ask questions, and somebody from Attitudes and Attire, Kappa Lambda Chi, or NPower will answer your questions. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
In a matter of weeks, a pandemic turned the whole world upside down. Tech, from the cloud to video compression to online security, made remote working for millions possible. We've shown that we can adapt, however imperfectly, to radical change. Technology has rewired what was thought to be possible. But there's one challenge we've yet to surmount. People from under-resourced communities face well-documented challenges when it comes to plugging into opportunities. But what if we put the same effort we put into COVID response to rewiring the reality? We'd achieve what was thought impossible. Turning our collective energies to this effort holds a lot of potential. We, the innovators, creators, and tech leaders, we are uniquely positioned to build bridges of opportunity to those who are still disconnected. We've seen the magic that happens when people plug into the network of possibility and can contribute their gifts to our economic ecosystem. As they are taught and gain skills and confidence and doors open for them, we all benefit. The entire system is upgraded. Radical change can happen, not just reactively, but on purpose, because we choose to. Today, while we have momentum, while we still remember, we can rewire what yesterday was impossible. Let us take action. Let's re-engineer a better reality for all of us. This is our chance to reframe, refocus, rewire.